Wax paper has got to be one of the most versatile products that you can use when it comes to packaging material. You can achieve many different looks, from a more rustic look to a more formal folded look. Can be accessorised as you please because it's neutral colours. You can add colour or keep it very plain. I personally love the look, the rustic look that it gives to soap, and stacked up on a shelf together really gives an eye-catching display. Firstly, with the wax paper, I'm going to show you how you can achieve a rustic look and display for your soap products, and also it's a great way to show you how you can wrap a piece of soap that's not rectangular or square. So we're going to start with putting our soap product upside down. Mine has a flat bottom. If you have a soap that doesn't have a flat bottom, then it obviously doesn't matter. But we're just going to roughly fold the wax paper. With this look, you absolutely do not need to worry about how neat it looks, because it will all come together after the twine's been put around. But I do like to just fold those corners in, as it does make it for a neater finish. So it's just a case of roughly wrapping, and once you've got those corners, just turn it up so the paper holds. So now we're going to cut ourselves a bit of twine. This is great because it means that the product is completely plastic free, which is a real good selling point. A lot of customers are very plastic aware at the moment, so this will be appealing to them. So we're going to take the string, the twine, and wrap it first over the front and then over those two flaps, because it's going to help hold it together. We then cross over at the middle and turn back up, and then all we're going to do is either tie a knot or a bow. I'm going to do a bow. I like to secure it to make sure that the knot can't easily be undone, and then it will all come open. There we go, and I'm going to trim off the ends. And there you go, it's as simple as that. And you can always add your labelling underneath, or even if you do a leaflet style label, it can be secured underneath the twine. What I love most about this way of packaging is that you can do a fantastic display of all of your soaps together. It really is an eye-catching way to package your soaps. Right, the second way I'm going to show you is a more formal look, where you can use folded sides, and it's quite hard to find packaging to go over the tops of delicate cold process soap, so I'm going to just show you that one. So we take our piece of soap and just lay it in the centre, and because we're going to be doing neat folds, we're just going to have a shorter bit at the bottom so it folds nice, and the soap will actually stand up at the end. And then leaving a bigger gap at the top will mean that the fold gives a bit of extra protection to the tops of the delicate soap. So again, I'm going to fold over the sides, taking more care this time because we're going to try and achieve a more formal look, and try and tape it down. And we take the bottom. Now I like to push in the sides because it helps give that flat bottom once folded, and hopefully the soap will stand up when we're done. So if you do it with the seam side up, push in with your fingers and push down, and then the last flap should come up against that seam at the back. Now that will give you a nice folded bottom, and the soap will be able to stand up for your display. So now the top, we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to push in from the sides, just being more aware of the top of the soap inside. So into a triangle together, and then instead of doing the flaps like we did with the bottom, we're just going to make one fold over the top and secure it at the back, just like that. So it's going to add a little bit of protection to the tops of that delicate soap, and it gives a nice finished formal look. And then I like to use the wraparound labels. So we would just take a label, wrap around the back of the soap and secure with tape. And then my ingredients label will be taped over that seam there. But it gives a really nice finished classy look.